From the bleak barren tarmac of University Avenue, here comes another program your way, courtesy of Hubbard Radio. And radio will be the theme once again today. My name's Mischke. Our second and final look back on the days of yore, the days of radio. Blood, sweat, tears! Color! Yeah! All right, this will be the second show in a row featuring the KSTP radio years. As promised, here again is another program dedicated to the radio years from the late 90s and the early 2000s at KSTP. Nothing but radio clips for this podcast. Take a trip back in time to the days before podcasting, when it was all talk radio. Let's spin that radio dial and see what we come up with. Oh, no. No!
I am Abby.
Stop it.
Get out of my way. I am Abby.
Dear Abby, what did they write today? Dear Abby, and what did you have to say? You're here again to be our friend. The kooks are out, the world may end. Dear Abby, can you please save the day?
Ich bin ein Abby. Dear Abby, 3 years ago my mother sent me a birthday card with a penny inside. Well, she died recently, and I'm still wondering why she sent me just a penny. Is there an old adage connected to giving someone a penny as a gift? Signed, Son of a Frugal Mom. This guy wrote this letter to Dear Abby. Could have asked friends. Again, very short. 3 years ago, my mom sent me a birthday card with a penny inside. Well, she died recently, and I'm wondering why she sent me just a penny. Is there an old adage connected to giving someone a penny as a gift? Signed, Son of a Frugal Mother. Abby says, have you never heard of a penny for luck? Your mother included the penny because she was wishing you good luck. Guy writes back and says, oh, then I really feel bad. I didn't realize that it was a positive message that she was sending me. I assumed the worst and figured she was being cheap. Which is why I feel so bad now that on her deathbed, when she could hear me well enough but couldn't speak, I railed on her for her miserly little ways. And just moments before she took her last breath, I told her she was a sad excuse for a loving parent. But you're saying, Abby, that the penny was intended to buoy my spirits? To wish me luck, to make me feel better? Well, then I goofed. Clearly I goofed there. Yeah. And to think I had her cremated and her ashes thrown in a drainage ditch. I should have known at the end there that puzzled look on her face meant she didn't have a clue as to why I was so angry with her. I mean, she had these tears just streaming down her face at the end when I told her I was going to torch every family heirloom she left behind. Golly. I didn't know that was supposed to be a lucky penny. It's a lucky penny, huh? And to think I ordered a mob hit on her after receiving that gift. A hit that pretty much put her on her deathbed. Boy, was I off the mark on that one. Sorry, Abby. And I say sorry to you because I can't really say sorry to my mom. Well, she's in the drainage ditch with some refuse and dog waste and that sort of thing. Guess you can sign me Mr. Whoops-a-Daisy, huh?
Whoops-a-daisy, 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 whoops-a-daisy. What a gaffe! Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy, a big blunder. Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy, a major flub. Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy, stupidity. Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy.
Okay, let's go to Robert. Hi, Robert.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I don't really have a subject. I just wanted you to know I'm going to name my dog Tom.
This call coming from Jake. Hello, Jake.
Calling with a question. In a relationship right now. I'm 23. She's 22 almost. We're actually thinking that we'd like to get married, though.
Next caller.
I have a 19-year-old daughter who is pregnant out of wedlock, and she's moved back. She got pregnant in college, and she's moved back, and she's going back to school here at a local college. But
Hello.
My name is Suzanne. My question regards my almost 18-year-old. He'll be 18 in 6 weeks, no longer a minor.
Bye-bye. Control room.
Hi, I have a favorite name for a business.
Oh, would you like to be on the air?
Yes, I would.
Your name, please?
This is Pat.
Pat, you're on KSTP.
Hi.
Hi.
Tommy?
Yes.
Oh, my favorite name for business is Anchor Pavers. I love the sound of it.
Anchor Papers?
Pavers. Anchor Pavers. Isn't that beautiful?
Anchor Pavers.
I like to say it over and over again. And then after I heard Anchor Pavers for the first time, I went to the store and I saw some crackers. I think they're made by Ritz, called Better Cheddars.
Better Cheddars.
So I like to say it over and over again. Anchor Pavers and Better Cheddars. Do you like to say that?
I wonder if I like to say it as much as you do. How many times did you say it today?
Oh, this is the first time, actually.
Oh, then I do. Then I like to say it as much as you do.
Oh, good.
Thanks for that.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. Steve?
Salem, Massachusetts. Derby Street. You can look it up. Bunghole Liquor.
We'll need verification on that. We'll take care of this right here.
For what city?
Salem,
For what state?
Massachusetts.
For what listing?
Bunghole Liquors.
This is Corey. I'll be right with you. Longhole Liquors?
Bunghole.
Here's the listing for the Bunghole Liquor Store. Thank you.
Thank you for using Quest. The number is area code 978-744-2251.
Write that down,
You may
Cody.
return to directory assistance by pressing 0.
All right. Bunghole Liquor.
Bunghole.
Did you say bunghole?
That's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have never in my life had someone answer the phone that way. I am calling from a radio station in St. Paul, Minnesota.
You're calling from a radio station in St. Paul?
Yeah, I had to verify the name of your business. Some guy called and said such a business existed, and I said that's impossible.
We are the world famous Bunghole.
It's a popular place?
Of course it is.
And the name comes from?
Name is over 80 years old.
Over 80 years old?
Yep, since before Prohibition.
Back when...
That was the password to get into this place. They used to make the spirits here. And the password to get in was Bunghole.
Bet you didn't have many women visiting back then.
We got a ton of women now, though.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to come to the Bunghole.
Okay, well...
I got it in the Bunghole. What kind of radio station?
It's a talk radio station here in St. Paul. I just come on between 8 and 10 Central Time here and just kill time.
So are we going to get on the air or what?
We're on now, pal.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We're not on the air.
Yeah, we are. It's a different kind of radio program.
You get a lot of listeners?
Nope. We're not big with the listeners, but sure is a fun gig. Brad, Shaw, and Bryant want you to know if you've been injured, beat up, bulldozed, blasted, buckled, bashed in, through the carelessness and the recklessness and the sheer callousness of another. They will help you balance the scales of justice. At Bradshaw and Bryant, they want you to know there's a way to make you whole once again when you feel violated, mistreated, left injured because someone else lacked a certain amount of sense, didn't seem to care about you, and consequently there you are, with that brace, with that bandage, with that cast, with those bills. At Bradshaw and Bryant, they, more than anyone else in this state, have the ability to make things right. Until you've tested Bradshaw and Bryant, you perhaps don't believe what they're capable of. I'm telling you, no law firm is more respected by their peers than Bradshaw and Bryant. You've been wronged, they'll make it right. Learn more at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. There's a quick little turnaround here that's going to benefit you. MSP, Minneapolis St. Paul Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric, is having a little drawing. But it's coming up quickly. It's going to happen before the fair. And the only people who will be on it will be customers who called MSP for air conditioning service, getting that $50 off benefit that's only available in the month of August. Think of how few that will be, and you have a chance to win 4 free tickets to the Minnesota State Fair and a $250 Visa gift card to spend there. The last drawing they had involving this show, 45 people were in the drawing. This is a lot better odds than most drawings, I'll tell you that. Contact MSP. Take care of your air conditioner this month. Get $50 off the AC service they'll provide, and automatically find yourself in the drawing to win 4 free tickets to get into the Minnesota State Fair and $250 to spend. Go to callmsp.com.
Well, I'm sitting down here and I'm in Johnny's bar, wondering how in the hell am I gonna get home tonight. One thing's for certain, I ain't driving my car. Last thing I need is trouble with the law, you know. I'm not the man I used to be. Who's that loser staring back at me in the mirror behind Johnny's bar? In the mirror behind Johnny's bar. Well, my ex-wife just called me up, she gave me the blues. Sometimes that little girl's so sweet, she still breaks my heart. We had a lot of problems I don't want to get into, and I think I might still love her, so what else is new, you know? I'm not the man I used to be. Who's that loser staring back at me in the mirror behind Johnny's bar? In the mirror behind Johnny's bar. I wish I'd followed that girl in the white dress through the looking glass. She was 10 feet tall, but she was worth the climb. Instead, this little jug of punch come up to me and just kicked my ass. I feel like Rip Van Winkle after 20 years of fast, because I'm not the man I used to be. Who's that loser staring back at me in the mirror behind Johnny's bar? In the mirror behind Johnny's bar. Well, sometimes I feel afraid and I hate that feeling. It's like I'm up against the ropes and I'm being beat to death. My pair of invisible fists, they keep my head a-reeling like I'm going down for the count, like I'm falling underneath the wheels. I could have been somebody, I could have been a real contender, but I'm sitting down here and I'm in Johnny's bar, just another drunk on the waterfront who's trying to remember, 'cause I'm not the man I used to be. Who's that loser staring back at me in the mirror behind Johnny's bar? In the mirror behind Johnny's bar.
Mischke Broadcast, Black Sheep Broadcasting Network. That's Chris Miller. Fella I used to hang with years ago in another life, far, far away. John Kerner is 97 years old, and he's believed to be the oldest active logger in Washington. He's been logging since he graduated from high school 80 years ago, and he's still logging today. He was logging before the advent of chainsaws. However, he also logged when they had chainsaws, and that cost him his hearing, but I'm going to try to talk to him anyway. I'm going to have to shout. Bear with me. He shows no signs of quitting. He's still cutting wood. He's 97 years old, and he's right here. Hi, John.
Yeah?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, talk a little louder if you can.
I'm going to talk as loud as I can. Did the sound of the chainsaw over the years take...
Oh, yeah, I worked, and that's why I can't hear. I ran those damned old chainsaws.
Uh-huh. What was it like logging 80 years ago?
What was that?
80 years ago, what was it like logging?
We did everything by hand those days. You had the old misery whip. That was, you pulled her by hand.
Did you ever use a two-man rip saw?
Pardon?
Did you ever use a two-man rip saw?
I can't hear you.
He asked if you ever used a two-man rip saw.
Oh, gosh, yes, I did, yeah. Two fellows on the saw, one on each end. About the time I got busy in the logging, why then the chainsaws came in. It came in World War II.
What were the first chainsaws like?
Huh?
What were the first chainsaws like?
First chainsaw was a Titan chainsaw, and it was a gear-driven saw, but didn't go very fast, but it did a lot better job than the hand saw did, I'll tell you.
Did you ever have a close call?
Well, you stay here with me, will you?
Okay.
What'd you say?
Yeah, have her stay nearby. Did you ever lose any friends?
We lost a fellow I worked with. He went out in the woods, and he only lasted about a week and a half, and he got killed. Another local boy from Squim, he lost his leg in the woods. Walked around for the rest of his life with a wooden leg.
What was the best thing about logging in the old days?
Boy, just a minute, hold.
What was the best thing about logging in the old days?
Sure developed your muscles, I'll tell you. The conditions were pretty darn tough, I'll tell you that.
Could I speak to...
Can you talk a little louder?
Yeah, could I speak to your wife?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Hi. What's your name, ma'am?
What did you say?
I'm Lori. My name's Lori.
Just tell him I wanted to ask you some questions.
He wants to ask me some questions.
Okay. Goodbye.
Oh, your name's Lori?
Yes.
Now, John's 97 years old. You sound like you might be in your 40s.
I'm going to be turning 50 here next month.
Almost 50 years younger than old John. He must be in some kind of shape.
My girlfriends all think he looks like he's 65 or 70, but that's because he's taking good care of himself. No boozing, no smoking cigarettes, and he's worked out doing a job he's liked all his life, and he's just incredibly healthy.
80 years of logging, and he never had any booze?
Oh, well, he had a little booze here and there,
sure.
But he believes in living a good, clean life and eating right and exercising, and he was a county commissioner about 30 years ago. He's been on the city council, the school board. He's donated land for a little park, and it's named after his late wife. His first wife and John were married for 57 years.
Are the two of you going to have any kids?
When we were pen paling and he wanted me to marry him, I wrote him a letter, and I asked if he was one of those old guys that wanted to start a second family. And he assured me he wasn't. No, we're not going to have kids.
What does he do when he's not chopping down wood for fun?
Well, he goes up. He has a rock pit that he sells a little rock out of, basalt rock, out in Happy Valley. So once in a while we get a call for rock. He's planning to go take some trees out in Freshwater Bay. He has some blowdown.
Does he ever wear you out?
Yeah.
I mean, can he pretty much just flat out wear you out? That's what I'm wondering.
Can you flat out wear me out, honey?
Huh?
Can you flat wear me out sometime? You do. We're pretty compatible. He tells me he's an old plow horse, and I go like gangbusters, too.
No Viagra needed there.
Whatever works. I never heard the word before I married John.
John was wrapping up years of logging before you were born.
Wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye. I mean, John was born in 1904, and I was born in 1952.
I hear the Jay Leno show contacted you.
Yeah, they contacted us, but John, he doesn't want to go on any TV or, that was way down in Los Angeles. John says, I don't want to go down there. He doesn't like it down there. It's a big city.
Yeah, no, I understand that. All right, well, good talking to you guys.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, and take care.
Thank you for calling, too, and good luck to you.
Thank you, John.
You bet.
Bye-bye. Okay, the honor roll of bona fide jazz accordionists may be small, but one name, Art Van Dam, still towers above the rest. At age 82, Van Dam still commands a nimble technique and a buoyant approach to jazz rhythm. The days when Van Dam was a fixture on radio and television down in Chicago, as well as a recording star for Capitol and for Columbia Records, have passed, of course. Today his work is followed mostly by accordion aficionados, specifically jazz accordion aficionados. And that explains his appearance this past weekend at the Timothy Christian School in Elmhurst, Illinois, in a concert organized by the Chicago Accordion Club. Well, I bet they had 40 or more people showing up for that one. That's 6 more than listen to this show, though, so maybe I should incorporate a little of this jazz accordion music into the program to help draw in some listeners, huh? Tonight, people, I think we're going to get cool as a rule, shift down and paint the town with the sharp-edged, smoking hot sound of the latest acts to rule the roost in the world of music's hippest genre. It's a full night of jazz accordion, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz accordion!
Jazz accordion?
Yes, you idiot. Jazz accordion!
Jazz accordion?
I said jazz accordion!
Jazz accordion?
Shut up. Haven't you heard how they're now getting down with his smoking hot sound of the latest acts to trump the sax and take aim at John Coltrane and rewrite the norm of the best music form to ever play in the U.S. of A? Jazz is owned by the accordion people, and tonight we offer nothing but jazz accordion, and that's...
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Just for that, it's jazz accordion all week. No, it's jazz accordion all month. Huh?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion?
Jazz accordion all month. We're going to play it all month. That ain't all, people. Then we're going to play classical music with a ukulele for a couple of weeks, and then a full night of blues on the zither. Yeah, the zither. How do you like them apples, huh? Music snobs. Coca-Cola offering literature with their diet sodas. Starting Monday, purchasers of 12 and 24 packs of Diet Coke and caffeine-free Diet Coke will find colorful booklets enclosed, affixed like a straw in a juice box, each containing excerpts from a new work by popular writers. I think it's terrific. It's very creative, says Scott Aline, author of Mistaken Identity and other legal thrillers. I love being in grocery stores. I want to be in gas stations. My goal as an author is to be read. I want 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 to be in the biffy. I want to be attached to urinals. I want to be sold with dental floss, to be part of every colonoscopy, you know. Just get the people reading, however you have to do it. I just like people to read. I don't care where. Read. Diet Coke drinkers also will have the chance to submit a 500-word essay on living life to the fullest. The contest offers an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to New York City and the chance to live the life of a best-selling author. Is that living life to the fullest, being a best-selling author? They're the ones living life to the fullest? What are the rest of us doing here? Hello? What are we doing? No wonder I've felt shortchanged all these years. A 500-word essay on living life to the fullest. Someone keep count here. I'll take a shot at that. You count. Dear Coca-Cola, I live life to the fullest. That's right. I live life with a zest and zeal unparalleled in the annals of modern man. You dig? You see, I chew it up. Life. I chew it up. I chew it up and spit it out 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Up before dawn, taking life by the horns and riding it like a rabid bull moose. I work 80 hours a week and still have time to hang, glide, mountain bike, bungee jump, rodeo ride, race cars, run marathons, and travel the world in a private jet. My wife is an exotic dancer at a go-go club downtown, as well as a world-renowned heart transplant surgeon. Top that, fellas. You want to know about living life to the fullest? You ain't lived until you've lived in my moccasins, brother. I'm Mr. Life to the fullest. Captain My Way, I call myself. Ha! Captain My Way. And it's my way or the highway. That's how I like it. I call the shots don't call me. I'm in control, the world's my oyster, my private plaything. So you want to know life to the fullest? You come see me. You come see me. Capiche? Listen to what they say about these, where's my article now? Did I lose it already? Listen to what they say about Diet Coke drinkers. Maybe you're one of them out there. Todd Putman, a Coca-Cola executive, said research indicates Diet Coke drinkers may be better educated and more affluent than other soft drink consumers. They also tend to read more books. I drink Diet Coke. I like Whitman, Melville, Tolstoy. How about you? I drink Mountain Dew, and I like Zippy the Pinhead. I'm sure you do, young man. But I drink Diet Coke. I prefer Dickens, Kipling, Longfellow. I like Batman movies myself. You like Batman? Shut up, you little twit. Drink your hillbilly pee. I'm a Diet Coke drinker and would prefer not to be seen in your presence, so please leave. I'm due at the opera in 5 minutes, and I'm waiting for my carriage. I've got a skateboard. I'll take you. Leave me alone, peasant, and get your hands off my Diet Coke. It makes me feel sophisticated when I have it, and I don't want you to touch it. I will not share it with common filth. Want some of my dew? Makes me want to snowboard down a half pipe. I'd like to half you with a pipe. Get away from me, cretin. Don't you get near me again. Apparently you didn't hear me. I drink Diet Coke. I'm not supposed to even be seen with the likes of you. You drink pop. That's what you drink. Pop. Sody pop. And I drink Diet Coke. Worldly, suave, urbane, cosmopolitan, refined, cultured, high-toned Diet Coke. I'm old money, old world, and this is my drink of choice. Until Mountain Dew offers literature with their six-packs, you and I have nothing to discuss. You understand me, you dunder pate? Discuss this, you uppity jackass! My ass. Stop it. Stop hitting me, you chowderhead. Ow, 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 ow. Look what you've done. Look what you've done. You've spilled my Coke. He's getting a haircut. The barber's talking to him. Afterward, he grabs an ice cream cone from the ice cream shop. Then he heads out to the garden to enjoy the ice cream cone and stare at the beautiful flowers. Later on, he'll head to the cinema to catch an old movie, one he remembers and loves so well. Or he might catch that live musician singing songs and playing for the folks. Maybe he'll even sing along. We're at the Wellshire Memory Care Center, and there's laughter in the air, and there's joy, and there's song, and there's love. It's the most extraordinary memory care center in this region of the country, built solely with memory care in mind. Every hallway, every room, every nurse's station, every staff member trained, as well as one can be trained in this country, to deal with those having memory care issues. A place broken down into 4 different households for the 4 different stages of memory care. The Wellshire of Bloomington and Medina.
Sheila cut my hair. I sat down in her chair. We had a little chat. Nothing more than that. I tipped her and I left. I could not forget the way she made me feel. It was no big deal to Sheila. She just cut my hair. Sheila was being nice. She's nice to all the guys. Sheila cuts the hair. Then she just sweeps up neath the chair. And she smiles, her touch is soft. Gives you a card for $3 off. No, it don't cost too much. And you walk out with a crush on Sheila when you go. And you hope your hair will grow so Sheila can cut your hair. Sheila made me smile. I hadn't smiled in quite a while. I don't know her at all, but I'll give her a call when my hair gets long again. I will go back in and read the People magazines until Sheila calls me. She will ask me how I've been. And I will smile again, 'cause she will cut my hair.
Here's a headline for you. Cocktail could combat leukemia. Now, I would have stayed with the alliteration and just called it cancer. Cocktail could combat cancer. They went with cocktail could combat leukemia. Because the cancer specifically would be leukemia that the cocktail could combat. Capiche? Now, here's the scoop. This is a headline that makes me feel like there's a bit here. See what I'm saying? Cocktail could combat leukemia. Because in my mind, when I read that, what happens is I think martini or something. There's this new cancer-killing cocktail that shows promise in lab studies as an effective way to attack acute, what kind of leukemia is that? My old leukemia? My old leukemia! Anyway, a cocktail could combat leukemia, and I'm thinking, I heard she had leukemia. I got her number and rang her. I said, I got your cure, my dear, a Harvey Wallbanger. Everyone's drinking it, and everyone's getting cured. Best part is, it even works for those who ain't insured. All you do is give a $5 to that old bartender. Health freaks can spend more and go on a real bender. You wake up the next morning and yeah, you're in a fog, but the doctor rings and soon he brings a little hair of that old dog. You suck it back. Look out, Jack, the cancer fades away. For heart disease, say, doctor, please add some Tanqueray. Everyone's drinking it. They're all getting well. Those in AA, they shy away and their health goes to hell. If you're dying, don't sit crying. Your ship, it ain't sunk. Not by far. Hit that bar and, brother, just get drunk. Look out. Everyone's drinking it. Hey, everyone's getting cured. Best part is it even works if you aren't insured. All you do is give a $5 to that old bartender. Health freaks can spend more and go on a real bender. Look out. Vacuum cleaners aren't sold door to door anymore. Fuller brush, you don't find those guys going door to door. No one's at home during the day anymore. Mothers are working. Kids are off at camp. Yet the Jehovah's Witnesses haven't given up. One doorstep at a time, they're still out there doggedly carrying out what just might be the most comprehensive campaign of one-on-one marketing in the nation today. They intend to speak to every single American family at least once this year, and possibly twice. The Supreme Court last week reaffirmed the First Amendment rights of Jehovah's Witnesses to knock on any door they like, whenever the hell they want to, invalidating local bylaws that require non-commercial canvassers to get a municipal permit. And so they're back at it. I didn't know they actually wanted to get to every single person in the whole country, at least once. Man. There's a story in the, what paper is this? Looks like it might be the LA Times, talking about how these happy-go-lucky folks go from door to door, taking all sorts of abuse from people, and they just smile and say they're doing the Lord's work, so no skin off their nose. They're just happy to have the door slammed in their face. Woman here quoted saying, "I just feel delighted when someone gives me a minute of their time. It's hard sometimes to get someone to even open the door, and when they do open it, often they see me and just shut it again. But if I can even get 60 seconds, I go away just pleased as can be. Oh, sure, every now and then someone beats the crap out of me, but I just take it and keep on smiling. I'll have welts and contusions, but nothing time and medical attention can't address. Meanwhile, there are souls to save, so I keep chugging along. Oh, maybe I'll get chewed on by a dog or two, shot by children with pellet guns, that sort of thing. Maybe run over by motorists who try and pin me in their driveways, but I just smile and say hallelujah. God's working in mysterious ways. Thank God he gave you the energy and the stamina and the get up and go to produce that kind of aggression. Think of all the folks who can't muster that kind of anger on account of being comatose or worse, buried alive in avalanches. Some people get buried alive in avalanches. You're a Jehovah's Witness, Will?
No, not at all, Mischke.
Well,
I'm a door-to-door salesman for AT&T Broadband.
That's worse. At least the Jehovah's Witnesses feel God's telling them to do it, but you know darn well that God's not behind this thing. You're just trying to make money at it. So if you showed up at my door and I answered, what would you say?
Hey, my name's Will. I'm with AT&T Broadband.
Now,
How are you today?
wouldn't someone shut the door right about then?
Not exactly. Everybody, it takes them a couple seconds to digest whether or not you're a canvasser or not. You get some people that are so annoyed with telemarketers' calls that they'll just say, "We don't want you coming by here anymore," and that sometimes does happen.
Why do you do that job? There's got to be something else out
Well,
there.
I'm going to college, actually, right now. It's a good way of making money. I make a lot of commission if I make one sale. It's about $40 to $50 per sale.
So how many sales versus the number of times people slam the door on you?
I sold 2 tonight, so I made about $100.
How many doors did you go to?
About 20.
How many people were unhappy that you stopped by?
One lady just decided to tell me that she had a very long day.
I think all Americans had a long day today. You know, Don Vogel, I used to work with him years ago. He was a blind guy. He hated when he heard the doorbell ring because, you know, he couldn't tell who the heck it was. And he didn't understand why it wasn't legal. He was very serious to just shoot someone who rings your doorbell. He thought the second someone rings your doorbell, they're on your property, you should be able to shoot them. Do you run into much of that?
Well, I've only been doing this for about 3 weeks now, but I've heard stories about people getting guns pulled on them.
There's an interesting way that men look at their home that is somewhat different from the way women look at the home. I find I'm in this category. I look at the house the way a lot of guys do, where it's sort of this oasis, this palace away from the rest of the world. You're behind the palace gates when you're in your home, and the outside world should not and cannot penetrate.
And that castle should be defended with a 50 caliber machine gun, are you saying?
No, I don't own a gun. I just like to believe that the house is a sacred place. I don't even like the phone. I won't answer the phone, and the reason I won't is because the ring gets into the house. It's subversive. They get into your house. It's already ringing. They're in. So I don't like that they already got in. At least with the door, you're still outside, but the ring, they're in. So I won't pick up the phone because I don't want to see anybody or even have anyone know I exist when I'm at home. I mean, that may seem extreme, but, you know, when you go out and into the world, you can deal with all the crap, and then when you get home, then boom, You disappear into your own little world. And then I have a room in the house I disappear into further, and then I go under the desk in there and get in a fetal position. Now, the reason I say this is you're going against the grain with this door-to-door stuff. It's a different time, a different era. This stuff, it's sort of like hitchhiking now. The same way people used to look at hitchhikers as someone needing a ride, now they look at them and think, that guy wants to kill me and cut me up in little squares.
Well, I guarantee you I don't want to do that.
No, I know. It's not fair. You're just some guy trying to make a living. But if you rang my doorbell, it would be such a downer to know you're out there.
Well, at least you wouldn't be answering the door, though.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go near the door. How many rings do you do? How annoying does it get before you go away?
I only ring the doorbell twice before I leave.
I'm curious to know if this is a field you're going to go into after college.
Oh, no.
What are you going to go into after college?
United States Army Chemical Corps. Chemical countermeasures and biological countermeasures.
Well, that would almost be as annoying as going to your door. All right, well, good talking to you.
Thanks, Miss.
See you. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I thought what we'd do tonight is have people call up and tell their life story. I don't know if it's been done before. Maybe it has. I was thinking about it today, and I thought it was a novel concept. You call up and you tell your life story. And anyway, I thought that might be a nice way to kill some time, get to know you a little better. So really, start to finish, your whole life story. Don't skip anything. Just tell me everything that's happened to you since you were born, and then we'll move on to the next person. Thought we might do that. Okay, where are we here? Life stories. Yeah, we'll start out with Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, your life story.
Well, I don't remember much being born, but I was. I don't remember actually much up to about 13. That's when my parents got divorced. I don't know if it's some sort of problem like repression or something, but I actually, honest to God, don't remember much before I was 13. Father had an affair. It's not actually a happy story. Kind of ends happy. Hope that's okay. You there?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just listening.
Okay. Father had an affair. Mom kicked father out. Ended up living with my mother. After actually about a year of visitation with my father, my mother accused my father of abusing my younger sister. As it worked out, the times when the abuse was supposed to have happened, I was also there, and none of the accounts actually were accurate. So while living with my mother, I was subpoenaed by my father to testify against my mother, saying that she was telling lies. Not a very fun life at about 14. That went on for about 6 months. Ran away for a short period of time, but ended up going back usually. Just because, what are you going to do when you're, 15 at, this was down in a little town south of the Twin Cities, about 45 minutes. About 16, I decided that, by golly, the first chance I get out of when I hit 18 was I was going to figure out what I was going to do with my life and just go it alone and pretty much shut the rest of the world out. And then my mother remarried, and the court case was thrown out just because the allegation was fairly ridiculous. Mom remarried a guy that was physically abusive. Fortunately, I was, getting about 16 and a half, 17 or so, and was getting big enough that I could restrain him somewhat. And so he would come home and start pushing my mom around and my younger brother and me a little bit. I'd have to try to suppress him. I was really teetering between going to college, going away, and just trying to get out with taking on lots of school debt because my family didn't have very much money, or doing a job that I hated at the time, which was driving trucks for a lumber yard. decided to go to college, went to good old St. Thomas, and college drastically changed me. I was able to kind of put some of that stuff in the past, and I started to change, and had a really good friend / girlfriend that was helping me just emotionally through high school, and throughout the first year of college, our relationship was kind of up and down and up and down. And then beginning of my sophomore year, as things were starting to kind of pan out for me, I was starting to get my life together, she pretty much said that she had had enough. And because I was carrying so much emotional baggage that was not a fun person to be dating. So she broke it off with me, and I guess I had wrapped more of myself into that relationship than I realized. Got to a point where I was actually in my apartment in Minneapolis, bawling, and just thought, I think this is it. I don't want anything to do with my life anymore. That was going to be it. Try to kill myself. I'm trying to think of different ways. And all of a sudden, I had a revelation. I always felt like I got dealt this hand of cards. And it just dawned on me that I could change a lot of what was going wrong in my life. So that day was a turning point in my life. I decided that I would start trying to make much wiser decisions, start planning my life out long-term, establish long-term goals, go after those goals. Things would come up that would be problems. I'd evaluate, well, how does this deter me from my long-term goals? Still go after them. Finished up college. Ended up, a couple years later, getting back with this girl that I dated in high school. Ended up getting married. And I'm 3 years into very, very happy marriage. Ended up computer consulting firm that I enjoy running. And that brings me up to today. I was trying to finish up some stuff in the office, and now I'm headed home, and my wife's a little irritated at me because I was in the office all evening, but hopefully she'll forgive me when I get home, and we can spend our usual Friday night date night. Yeah.
Hey, this just in. Consumers still spending with gusto. Oh, good. Just coming across the wire. Despite job cuts and constant reminders of a slowing economy, consumers are still spending with gusto. Oh, that away. Blow that dough. Throw caution to the wind. Blow the dough. Open that wallet, grab that $5, blow your cash while you're still alive. 10s and 20s, let 'em fly. More will come along by and by. Drain the account, let it all go. Out there spending with gusto. Everybody's out there going broke. Money viewed as a freaking joke. Who needs to think about what to save? Can't take the greenbacks to the grave. Open that wallet, grab the $5. Spend that cash while you're still alive. Everybody's out there going broke, money viewed as a flippin' joke. Who needs to think about what to save? Can't take the money to the grave. Open that wallet, grab that $5, blow that cash while you're still alive. 10s and 20s, let 'em fly. More will come along by and by. Hang on. Hi, Carl. It's your neighbor, Dan Henderson, calling. What are you up to tonight? Hey, Dan! Blowing dough! Blowing dough, Danny! Unloading currency! Wildly! With abandon! Well, I was just calling you to tell you your car lights are on out front. My wife spotted them. I tried to turn them off, but your car door's locked. Don't bother me now, Danny! I'm emptying my wallet! Spending with gusto! Throw those 5s and 10s to the wind! Well, if you don't mind me asking, Carl, why are you doing that? 'Cause I can! That's why, Danny boy! 'Cause I can! 'Cause the last 10 years have been so damn good to me! Because the money rolled into this house, and now it's rolling out! Carl? Well, could I have some of it if you have some extra? Sell me something, Danny! Sell me something! I'm in a spending mood! Grab some items, bring 'em over. I'm buying, Danny boy! With gusto, I'm buying! Gusto! We got a recall. Sears Roebuck and Company is recalling 13,000 glue guns nationwide because the guns can overheat, violently shake, smoke, flip over, and explode right there in your hands, knocking your head clean off. The glue guns were sold in Sears Craftsman instant bonder kits, which include glue sticks, a silicone mat, a black plastic case, and one hell of a lot of gunpowder. The $20 glue gun is black with a red trigger and bears the Craftsman logo and a serial number delivering a coded satanic message offering the time and day of Armageddon. Sears Craftsman glue guns were first developed after the Civil War as a means of fighting the American Indians, but in recent years have been used more for small repairs. What's sad is, if Sears can't handle the responsibility of putting out safe and effective products, what's America coming to? Can't anyone make a damn thing anymore? Is competence really such a chore? If in doing what you're doing, your product is routinely ruined, what the hell did you get into this business for? And what did they do before we had the recall? They got it right the first time, that's all. For whatever reason or rhyme, they got it right the very first time, before this country took its mighty fall. Can't anyone make a damn thing anymore? Drums. 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 Drum, 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 drum. Cat, 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 cat. And that will do it for show number 2 featuring the radio years. We'll get back to the old podcast with the next program. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you again next time.